Let's learn user authentication process using Android Studio. This is going to be based on Java. So you see that I enter something wrong in the form. If I click on submit, see that it shows me login failed. Try again. If I enter something correct, see that it shows me welcome. That is on the email address and the password. See that it welcomes me. After that, it opens a new screen for me. Okay, so that's what we're going to be learning in this video. So we'll learn how to create user authentication, and the authentication process will connect to the database and see if what you enter correlate to what you had before when you registered. Okay, so this is the design view. All right, so the button here will give it btn login as the ID, as you can see here in line 106. We've created this design before. I will link the video in the description of this video. Okay, so go to database handler. We also created this one before. All right, so then once we get to database handler, so you go down here after that add user. So we add that's on top of the upgrade on upgrade function. So we'll create a boolean function there, call it check user, after we would have created a string code name. Then it will have a string email and string password. That is the boolean check user method. All right, so then we have a SQLite database. Create an object of that. Then it will not be equals this.get readable database. Then we'll create a cursor. Okay, so which we implement a raw query function within which we write the select statement. So we select all that. So let's start from the table name. Then we are going to use a where clause. So let's start from table name. Then we will now say where tst email ID equals a placeholder. Then tst password equals placeholder, that is equals question mark, and tst password 1 equals question mark. So that question mark will be the input user will do from the front end later. So now that we have this, look at the code carefully. It's a little bit long, so look at it carefully. So look at it. So once we have this, so it will not, the whatever I enter will not be equal to new string array of email and password, just like that. Okay, so then under here we will have, that's under that line, so we'll have boolean, that boolean equals boolean result equals cursor.get count. So if the result is greater than 0, which means that the user is whatever the user entered is correct. Then we'll now say if cursor.move to first function, then if that is the case, then name we created before equals cursor.get name. That get name will be get name of 1 will be looking for that name underscore colon, because that is the second in the creation of that table. Okay, so because the first one, which is ID colon, will be 0. Okay, so the get string here will practically get the name of the user, that is the full name of the user. Then after which you close the cursor, that is more or less end it there, then return the result. Okay, so that practically does it in this database handler here. So this is the code. This aspect is the code that we are using. Then okay, so that does it there. So go to the design now. You have see this login text. So on the login text, we need to give it, and let me close that out. We need to give it an ID. So the ID is login message. That is whatever the user enters whenever the user try to log in. So there should be some kind of feedback. So the feedback will be written in the login message. Okay, so you need to add that. So like I said, this design had been done before now in one of the previous videos, which will be linked in the description of this video. So go to main activity.java, then enter these 4 lines. Enter those 4 lines. Then after which you come down here, come on top of the test view on register. So what you do now is that we are going to create various variables. That is, we initialize those variables. That is email, that's email var equals view by find view by id arrow.id.email id. So we just replicate that. I'm just copy and paste the rest and I did that to suit what we are dealing with. Remember that we are dealing with email ID and password 1. Okay, so that's what we have here. So we have a password 1, which is that ID there. Then for the email, we have email underscore ID, so which is this one. So that's what we have right there. Okay, so then go back there. So now that we have initialize those variables, so what we now do is that we'll create an object of the database handler. Then we now say the login button var dot set on click listener. So we'll put an event on that. So within that event, we now have an on click function. So whenever you click on that, so we'll create two variables, user email and password, user email and user password. Okay, so this one will practically get whatever the user enters. Okay, so then after that, once it has gotten those information that the user entered, we'll have a boolean is authenticated. So create that variable. So then we'll now initialize it with database handler dot check user email and password. Remember the check user function or method we created in the database handler. So if authenticated, which means that if it is true that it is authenticated, then that login message var, that is the label we had earlier rather, or the text view, will be displayed with a welcome message welcoming the user. That's we now have welcome, which will be database handler dot name, because the database handler will pick whatever the user enters, which is the name. We now fetch the user name, that is the name of the person from the database. Okay, so I needed to suppress that text, which is in line 47. Okay, so it is suppressed at line 47. All right, so then after that, we need to paint it green. That will change the color of that text, the welcome text to green color. Then after it has welcomed you or welcomed the user, then it should take the user to a new screen, or it should open a new screen to the user. That's we have this intent my intent equals new intent, then main activity dot this, then home dot class. Now remember that the home has not been created yet, so we are going to create that one in a moment. So that's why I see that it's showing you some kind of error. All right, so now that we have that done, the home does not exist yet, then we need to create it. So but we need to say start activity, then my intent. Okay, so that will take you to a new screen, which we are going to create in a moment. Then otherwise, if the user enters something that is not correct, then it should display an error message to say user login failed, try again. So let me just copy and paste this and edit it. So here, this one should display in red text. So change this one to FF0000. So that's FF0000. Okay, remove that. Then that is a red color. Okay, so then we'll remove everything here and we'll change it to login failed, try again. So that is what we have here. Okay, so now that this one is done, so the next thing we need to do is to go create the activity. Okay, so note that we have not created this one yet. So what we need to do now is that come to this left here. So open this place, look for layout here, right click on layout, then go to new, then look for activity, then look for empty views activity. Then where you have this name, change it to home, then leave everything the way it is and click on finish. So on clicking on finish, you have this screen. So this screen looks like this. So then we'll go to the design view now, which is activity underscore home.xml. Then click on it right here. So you can see the view here. All right, so now okay, this one needs to be a comma, not a dot. Remove that. So you can see that there's no more error on that one. Then come back to the activity underscore home now. So here we'll just drag a test view from the top left here. So we'll drag it from here and drag it into this white space here. So now once you drag it there, so we'll just make it fit to place it where we want it, drag it up right and left and bottom, so that will make it stay at the middle right there. Then we change some things here. So this ID, we change it to LBL welcome. So LBL welcome. Then we'll look for what else? Okay, so we also need to change the text that is there. So we need to change the text that is there. But before then, let's change the text style. So we'll just increase the text to style to 40 SP. Okay, so now that's what we have. Then let's change the text view to welcome. So we'll come here now, change it to welcome. So once we change that, everything seems to be okay now. Then save it. Of course, it's supposed to be saved when you run it anyway. All right, so now that you have that, so the next thing we need to do is to test it out. So once you click on run, so it opens like this. Let me enter something that is not correct first. Then if I click on login, it shows me something that is not correct. If I click on login now, it shows me login field, try again. If I enter something that is correct and click on OK, I click on login, you see that it shows me, it welcomes me. Note that it welcomes me with the name I used to register it, and it opens a new screen for me that shows welcome. If this video helped you in any way, subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Like the video and share it. Thank you for watching. See you in another video.